Hey, afternoon, everybody. What you see on the table before you is a remake of a mail call video I tried to do for our mistress of mischief, Teabag. I actually made a video, but it didn't come out well. It was all foobarred. My camera, for whatever reason, my cell phone kept clicking on and off, and I mean, just the whole thing was just really bad. So I deleted it. She deserves better than that. And I sent her a text and I explained what happened, and basically she said that was unacceptable. I promised her a mail call. She wanted her mail call. So while this is nothing like the original mail call, I'll make an attempt to at least show you what I got, why I got it, and then kind of a special surprise. You have to use your imagination here. I have a nice padded mailer, properly addressed, simply sealed, a lot of extra tape for security purposes, I imagine, but fairly easy to open. Then I open the package, and inside is another padded bundle, and it is got a sticker on it, a little sticky note that reads, "Extra tape just to piss you off, lol," and then heart you. Yeah, a little extra tape is like saying New York is only a little broke. I mean, we're talking about, we were edging close to Storm and CA taping. We're talking serious extra tape. So even though I was tempted to go out and get the die grinder and put a cutting blade on there to cut through all this tape, I went ahead and just used my trusty dusty pocket knife and zipped the package open. And the first thing I found was the two coins I got, or the two tokens. Well, one silver round, from the Merc Diem Zombuck from Provident Metals. They only made, the series only has 10. I have the whole series, so I already have this one. So someplace down the line, I'll pass it along to some deserving soul. But I also got the copper version of the same coin, and it's also from Provident Metals. I don't save the copper ones, so I'll probably just pass it on. But these two coins I got from the 1,000 or the 1K giveaway that T and Dread put on. That was basically a all giveaway stream. People were tasked with sending in names of people that had done nice things for them throughout the years. The people in the community, and you could put in as many names as you wanted. You just had to submit their names, and they would be eligible for one of the giveaways. Many of us donated items to be given away. Yes, I did. I donated several items and sent them to T to be done with as she pleased. Give them to whomever you want, however you want. This stream was not about winning. This was about giving and sharing the love with people. So somebody along the line submitted my name, and my name was chosen from all the names that were submitted, and that's what I won, the two Zombucks coins. So, and then as I started digging a little deeper, I got to another post-it note, and this one says, "Found it, crushed it, T." Now, that means nothing to you people, but because this is T's mail call, I will explain that the package I received from T before this had a Morgan or Peace dollar in it that I bought from her, and she included a note with it that said she had a surprise for me, but she couldn't find it. It actually said, "Hell, I may be sitting on it." And actually, she sent a note, and I kept the note, and it says, "I got you a gift, but can't find the fucking thing. Grr, I'm probably sitting on the damn thing." That, of course, brought to mind all sorts of adult-oriented butt jokes, but we're not going to go there. This is about T's mail call, so we'll discuss that at a later date. So what the coin turned out to be is I hope you can see this. I hope this comes out. What this is it turns out that it's a Knott's Berry Farm gaming token from back in the 70s and maybe even into the 80s. And unbeknownst to T, I actually live 7 miles from Knott's Berry Farm. Here's the reverse side. It's got a pair of 6 guns and the Knott's Berry Farm K signature. And but when I was a kid, Knott's Berry Farm was not fenced in, and even before I was old enough to drive, me and friends of mine, boys and girls, we would ride our bicycles down the street, and it's only 7 miles, and we'd ride down, or 6 or 7. We would ride down to Knott's Berry Farm, and you could wander around the whole park and look at all the exhibits and things. The only thing you had to pay for was if you wanted to go on any of the rides and attractions. Otherwise, it was free. And you could spend a whole day down at Knott's Berry Farm just wandering around, checking out stuff. In later years, as I became a driver, we'd go on dates, and we'd go down to, because on Friday nights in the summer, they'd have dancing in the saloon, and so it was date night. So I've been to Knott's Berry Farm, literally hundreds and hundreds of times, and so and this was a Knott's Berry Farm token, and so that's very cool. That's treasure. That's going to go into my treasure box. And then digging a little further and hacking through another, at least 2.5 pounds of tape, I came to a gift she had given me. This is a 1-ounce silver round. It says wetter is better, and of course it's got a mermaid. with tastefully concealed tatas with seashells. And then on the back, it explains exactly what it is. But since this is a relatively adult-oriented token, I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to just in case we have youngsters looking at mom and dad's computer. So, and then lastly, there was this. This is all very nice stuff. Very much appreciated. Because I know it's heartfelt from Teabag. But this is beyond that. In the first video, I admonished all the viewers to basically be careful what you say in live stream when you're with you're in the stream with T. It may not appear that she is focused. It may not appear that she's paying attention. Things get chaotic. Things go sideways. Things drift in and out. But believe me, she hears everything and she doesn't forget. Lots of you know that my wife was an animal keeper at the Los Angeles Zoo for 30 years. And one of her tasks, and this was not basically part of her job description. This was something she and a friend of hers, who was actually a friend of mine. I actually knew Kathy before I met Linda, my wife. But her and her partner, Kathy, who we lost a few years ago at a much too early age to an undiagnosed brain tumor, Linda and Kathy headed up the flamingo breeding program at the LA Zoo. And basically for a long time, any place you saw outside of a zoo environment, like the Southern California racetrack, Santa Anita, had in the center of their racetrack in the infield, they had this huge pond and tropical environment with flamingos wandering around. Well, those were Linda's flamingos. Linda and Kathy raised those flamingos basically from eggs. Chicks grew up and became part of their exhibit, and they were on rent, I guess, or lease to Santa Anita for their exhibit. And a couple of times a year, Kathy and Linda and one of the vets would have to go and capture these birds, inspect them, and do a health check on these birds. There's also some of the birds at the Flamingo Hotel in Las Vegas came from, were at one time Kathy and Linda's children. So she had a real love affair with flamingos, and we have a lot of flamingo things, or little flamingo statues and pictures, and I even bought one of the flamingo rounds, and she has it on her dresser in her craft room. But this card shows that T pays attention when you talk to her. When you say things, she hears, she listens, and she remembers. Now, inside is a note. And it says, "Time to put on my adulting pants and ship these fucking GAW prizes." And she laughs, of course. And then it says, "Totally adulted today. Terribly worded sappy shit," and an arrow pointing to the lower page. And it says, "You've been warned." Well, what's on the lower page is none of your fucking business. It was personalized to me, and I'm not going to share it with you. But I will share that what was said in there was far more important than any of this. This is nice stuff. But what's in this card, that's some serious stuff. That's it. That's all I'm going to share. I made T a promise. I hope this keeps my promise. And no, I love you, T. Bye-bye.